Hey guys, the strategist here. Happy Sunday. Hope you went to church. All right. So I have been doing some personal reflection, and I've been doing some reading too as well. And I started to just think about how we need to start having wholesome conversations that are driven by value. When we talk about what real value is, and start bragging less and becoming more humble, especially when we're having conversations. I mean, we can have more productive society when we begin to have important conversations that really matter, right? And I think this is very, very important, having those conversations that really matter. And so, what really defines valuable conversation, or let me even start from the person, what defines a person, right? It's not about material possessions or the amount of wealth you've built for yourself, and we try to focus on things like that, but it's the quality of your thinking and the strength of your character. Those two things are very important, and in conversations we need to start amplifying those things. We need to start focusing on the quality of thinking, the quality of your thought pattern, and then of course your values and the strength of your character, not the amount of money or houses or cars, or trips that you're making, right? But the quality of your thinking. And I'm just going to throw in some examples that most people can relate to. Maybe somebody's asking you, oh, I came to your house, I noticed you were not around. And then you say, oh yeah, I just got back from London, on a vacation. I will be going to, Venice next weekend, to meet up with top business leaders in Venice, right? Now, when you look at that, it's not relevant to the conversation. It's not relevant to the question. I came by to check on you, but you were not around. Now, you could have just said, I traveled and, I'm back. What's up? Now, going to Venice and making a trip to London on vacation has zero relevance to that conversation. It's not relevant. And you want to reduce things like that in conversations. And I mean, this also happens with some people when you say, oh, I want to schedule a meeting for 2 p.m. And then you go, oh, no. I am, going off at 2 p.m. I'll be traveling to Paris for some, Christmas shopping, right? And when I come back, I would, go and get my G-Wagon, and then we can meet the 2 weeks after that. Now, when you think about it, that information is irrelevant to the conversation. Oh, I'm not available to meet at 2 p.m. Can you schedule 2 weeks later when my calendar is free? Now, mentioning Paris and G-Wagon is not important. So we need to start reducing all of these things and focus on really important things. Talk about the people that you've impacted. Talk about, oh, I went to speak here and I met someone who was building a company, and I had to use some of the experience I've garnered from building my company to help this person. Talk about getting people into education, helping people start up their business and things like that. I think we should start focusing on really valuable things and not these irrelevant frivolities that we chip into conversations. And that's why we meet people like, maybe Wizkid or Burna Boy or Aliko Dangote or Tony Lumelu. And then what we're asking them is, oh, what's your net worth? How much do you have? All of these things are very stupid. And we should start asking things like, what are the values, that got you here? What are the principles that got you here? And as I just wrap up this conversation, I think that it's a call to everyone, even myself, to just start to go on that deep reflection in the things that you see in casual conversations, and ask yourself, what is the relevance of this that I'm saying? A tweet I'm putting out, how is that relevant? How does that build the other person up, right? So I think we want to start doing things like this and stop having all of these irrelevant frivolities chip into conversations. And when we start doing this, we will build wholesome conversations. I hope that helped you today. See you next week, Sunday, and go to church.